Don't you just love Otto the Watchdog? He put out a video a couple days back where he just went freaking scorched earth on a Rains County, Texas Commissioner's Court. And even though it was awesome and I love it more than I love cake and your boy loves cake, he wasn't the star of the show. He kind of was, but he wasn't. Let's talk about it. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Southern Draw Law. My name is James White, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor, former police officer. So I'm watching Otto the Watchdog's channel because it popped up in my recommended feed. And I first saw Otto a month or so ago because he did this video and it's gotten almost 500,000 views now just on his channel, and a bunch of other channels covered it too, because it was an absolute brilliant sort of public sidewalk protest. Like, it was a master class, honestly, in dealing with the cops. And some people were born with the ability to connect to people the way he is. Not very many people are, and he has something very special. But the thing he was protesting on the public square was a case that at one time I was the only channel that covered it besides like a couple small news outlets. And that was, if you guys have watched my updates on it, it was the Rusk County, Texas shooting. It was a video that I actually used to highlight sort of the worst case scenario that comes from Pennsylvania versus Mims. And I originally did the video, and then the family reached out in the comments, and then the family's lawyer reached out in email, and I sort of got like a backstage pass to what's going on in there. And then I did an update because they sued Rusk County and they recently won a battle over qualified immunity, and Deputy Iverson's qualified immunity was in fact stripped by the federal court, and the lawsuit is moving forward. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave links to my videos that cover the actual case that he was protesting in the description, but that's not what this is about. I'm just telling you how I first saw him. So recently he did this video because there's this clown justice of the peace named Franklin who got himself in a bunch of trouble by acting like a tyrant, and he ended up getting indicted on some serious charges because he apparently used his office to try to force somebody into a plea deal, and they sued him federally, and all this stuff came out in the wash. Well, Otto goes to Rains County, Texas, which is where this guy is a justice of the peace, and he wants to protest on the public square just the same way he did in Rusk County. Well, some of the public took exception to it and started making public demands that they put an ordinance in place that would restrict obscene language and that kind of thing on signage. So I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I want to show you Otto's video, but there was a surprise, just breath of fresh air in the middle of his video. So we're going to watch a little bit of it because it's so fun to watch him handle the cops, because he has such a charm and charisma about him. It's very difficult to be mad at him while he's making you look like an absolute clown. So please go over and watch the whole video on your own. Give him the credit that he deserves. He has an awesome mission that he is accomplishing better than a lot of people out there. And so go over and check it out. But let's watch a few snippets of the video and we'll come back and talk about it.
Oh, violations. I hope you guys don't get arrested. Oh no, there's authorized personnel only behind that sign.
No. I work here.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So you get to decide. Well, somebody put that sign up there for a reason, ma'am. And you're taking it down.
Don't touch the sign.
Well, I didn't touch the sign. You touched the sign, and now the sign is down. Oh no. So is unauthorized personnel now allowed behind that sign? Well, I think I can go on this side because there's no longer unauthorized people. Oh no. Oh no. That's terrible. What if somebody gets hurt?
Against your stuff, don't be dramatic. People don't like that. Okay, so what is that? I'm walking up the stairs. Don't be videotaping me though, okay?
Okay, I promise I won't videotape you going past the authorized personnel only.
Oh, wait a minute, that's the stairs.
Oh.
Or is this the stairs?
I don't know. Elevator must be operated by the personnel in the county judge's office, is what it says.
Sounds very impressive.
Hi, how you doing today?
Yes, please.
Nice to meet you, sir. We're having a heated debate. Hey, we're having a heated debate on whether or not we're allowed to cross that. Because that sign was up just a minute ago until some lady came over here and took it down. And they said that they can. But I don't know about that. I wanted to go upstairs, but I'm afraid that if I go past that line, somebody's gonna,
As far as going upstairs, I know everybody goes up the stairs.
that's the elevator, isn't it?
Don't start me to lie.
Well, I don't know
started
either.
here 4 days ago.
Oh, I am so sorry. Hope you're having a
Jerry
good day.
Christensen, I came over.
Master Peace Officer, I've met a few of you guys before.
Okay.
Yeah,
I did it the long way. It took me 20 years to get mine. I didn't go to
right.
college.
So did the other guy. So it says, there's a sign right there that says stairs and elevator.
Yes, and because I don't know this building completely
Yeah.
yet, I just know everybody. I know there's an elevator somewhere in this building.
I think it's right over there, because there's a sign.
Okay. Well,
Hey,
this is-
hey, so I noticed that that you're carrying a pistol, right? That's fine because you're TCOL certified, right? Can I have a pistol here right now?
In the building?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, can I leave?
Yes, if you've got it on you.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you, because it is a courthouse.
Okay.
The sign, and that's what I've asked about, the sign not posted, but.
Yeah, I mean-
Under Texas law, this is a prohibited place.
Okay.
Okay,
So if somebody had a pistol, would that, just a gun, would that be a problem? If they had it in this building?
Yes.
In this building at all?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool. Hey, wait, hold on. So I actually have a photo of the man who works in this office standing right over there by that window on the other side, in that little room right there, and he's holding an AR-15.
Okay, and the photo?
Oh yeah, you want to see it?
No, I don't need to see it.
Oh,
Okay,
because you're not going to arrest him even if you did see it?
No.
Are you going to?
Whatever. Okay.
Because
What
you
law's
just,
been broken?
well, you just told me that I'm not allowed to have a gun in here.
Yeah.
Is he allowed to have a gun in here?
He is a judge, yes. A JP can have, yes.
A JP
judges
can?
And an elected clerk can have it.
Okay.
And, they can have it when they're on the bench and
When
stuff.
they're on
And
the
when they're in
bench.
the office, I ran into this, people asking the same question in Dallas
Yeah.
County when I worked there.
In Dallas
and
County.
stuff, yes, because we make sure that, like in our courthouse, we try to get our judges to be armed at all
So,
times.
so you
Yeah,
want the
there is,
judges to
yeah,
have a
if you
gun?
look in the Code of Criminal
Yeah.
Procedures and the Penal Code.
Okay.
Judges and can be.
I will
armed.
look it up. So where I looked it up was, I think it was 43 or something or whatever.
Okay.
And they weren't too happy about it.
Yes. Yes.
And things like that.
So-
Oh, Marshall, hi, how you doing?
Good, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know I could outrun the police these days. Holy damn. Oh, shit. Fucking, there's a monster right here.
So,
Yeah, so anyway, I do have a picture, and he was standing by that window right there. I can see
the
it.
judges can't be armed.
Judges can be armed, and you're a master peace officer with Rains County, but you've only been here 4 days, but you came from Dallas before that. Okay. All right. What's your name? What's your name?
I introduced you to Jerry Christensen.
Jerry Christensen. Okay. All right.
So,
Well, I hope you don't get deposed on that question later. You should probably go study a little bit.
no, man. As long as everybody plays by penal code and CCP, everybody's fine with me, so.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying because the JP has absolutely no
Yes,
qualifications.
To avoid anything, I would just ask that you go put it in your vehicle.
Well, I'm not gonna, because there's no sign on the door. You see what I'm saying? So, if it's not on the door, then and if you let the judge do it, did you know that this guy's been making threats?
They're exempt from that under
Okay.
Texas law.
Okay.
They get to have it in their office,
Okay.
on the bench and stuff.
Okay.
All right.
All right, if you think so.
So-
If you think so. So for clarification, I'm carrying a cannon. You see it right here?
Correct.
Hey, turn off
now,
my
you will
light.
not be able to record up there.
Oh, yes, I can. Are you sure about that, bro? So now,
okay,
everybody else can have a gun but me.
Listen to me. Okay,
Everybody
and
can
I'll
have a
get-
gun, and I
I'll-
can't go upstairs and record the commissioners meeting?
Hang on. I'm trying to have a really good conversation with you because it's been really good so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, but
But I'm
you're
trying to
starting
get
to tell me
clarification
some
out of it
things.
because it was not allowed where I came from, so I need to get
You need to go
clarification.
get
on that.
clarification before you say
Yes.
stupid things.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I do get upset when people tell me that I can't do things that I know that I can do.
Absolutely.
Because I came here specifically to go to that meeting.
Mm-hmm. So
That's exactly what I came here for.
You know what?
And if you don't like this one,
I'll get clarification from
okay,
you and let you know.
Okay, great.
Okay?
Well, I mean, I don't need to know because I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, we're still friendly.
As far as I know.
Okay, good. There's a protocol when we're, Okay, well, I'm going to go up these stairs. Is this the commissioner's court?
It is.
Okay. Can I come in here? It says there's a. I can't come in here with a recording device.
I'm gonna go down there and talk to him.
Okay.
Make sure they're clarifying some things.
Okay, we'll clarify. I'm going to stand right here then. Are we friendly?
I'm always friendly. I
Okay.
haven't met you yet. What's your
Okay.
name?
My name's Otto. How you doing?
Good to meet you, Adam. Lucas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Lucas. From the marshal's office. Okay. You here in town for a special occasion or?
No, we're county marshal.
Okay.
Court
Oh,
security.
county marshal, not the federal marshal.
Correct. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate your conversation, dude, but you're fucking wide and thick. So I can't see in there if you're standing there.
Yeah. Well, these doors are going to be closed when we start with the commissioner.
Well, I'm going to be on the other side of these doors when they close. The only reason I'm standing here right now because I'm afraid that you're going to arrest me if I take another step because there's a piece of paper on the door.
Yeah.
Is this a public meeting?
This is public, but no recording devices.
No
So
recording devices in the public meeting.
This is going to be publicly recorded.
Uh-huh.
You can look at it from there, but I don't believe that they're going to allow anything in here.
So if they can record it, why can't I? Oh, it's not an argument, it's just a question. If we were arguing, it would be much more unfriendly. I think we're still being pleasant. We just shook hands and everything.
Yeah. Good to meet you.
Yeah.
We're going to go in there.
Okay, good. So I can go in there?
Yep.
Okay, you want to tell this guy? He was a little. Okay, he's inviting me in for the record.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. I just have to be extra good and careful because sometimes, well, not you. Obviously, it's not you. Obviously, it's not you. But a man just exactly like you. One time looked inside my body and I didn't like that. Yeah. It was uncomfortable. He had big old sausage fingers. I apologize, sir.
Okay, so as much as I love the way that Otto goes about just clowning the police, the true breath of fresh air in this meeting, and I think even Otto acknowledged that because of what he says after she gets finished speaking, is actually an assistant county attorney, which would be like functionally an assistant district attorney or prosecutor, who steps up to the podium to defend Otto's right to stand outside and be obnoxious and also funny. Her name is Erin Hreha-Purdon. Now, I'm sorry, Erin, if I butchered your name, but understand that I believe that you're a freaking rock star. So if you see this, it's nothing but love. We just don't see government officials do what we're getting ready to watch you do. So I want to listen to what she says, and then I want to talk a little bit about it.
Erin Hreha-Purdon. Good morning, Erin. Good morning. All right. Well, hello, commissioners in our Greater Branson community. I'm here today to talk also about the First Amendment. For those of you who don't know me, or at least don't know me well, I'm going to provide a brief background. My name is Erin Hreha-Purdon, and I am your assistant Plains County attorney. I graduated from a top 50 law school and barred in more than one jurisdiction. I studied the Constitution in depth and am, in fact, a constitutional law scholar. I've been published as a co-author on topics relating to the intersection of criminal and constitutional law, and that is where my research interests lie. I am actually indeed exceptionally qualified to speak on this topic. I am not under the belief that anyone here is unfamiliar or unknowledgeable about the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. At the very least, we all learned about it in high school, and most of us probably learned about it well before and been in contact with it well since. But due to the apparent need to include even the possibility of an ordinance restricting free speech on the agenda today, it does seem to be pretty obvious that some more knowledge may be necessary for whoever thinks that it is appropriate or even legal, whether a community or council member. I do not necessarily believe that it was a council member who felt the need to put this asinine idea on the agenda, as you have all taken the same oath that I have, which includes preserving, protecting, and defending the Constitution and the laws of the United States. Any ordinance that would abridge these First Amendment rights of citizens would, in no uncertain terms, violate the oath that we all took. I'm going to give you now a brief lesson in constitutional construction. Location is very important. The fact that this is the First Amendment of the Bill of Rights shows how important the framers thought it would be. It is the cornerstone of the American identity. It's what makes America what it is. Limiting speech is one of the primary limitations of authoritarianism. Begins with banning things considered vulgar, then offensive, and it is a slippery slope to restricting whatever speech authorities might deem problematic. This is clearly not America. It is well-established law that language and gestures are protected. As far back as 1971, the Supreme Court actually spoke on the exact language that was used that seems to be causing a problem now. It was very clear in Cohen versus California when they held that language on a jacket, the same language that seemed to be problematic here, was constitutionally protected speech because the person wearing it was not engaged in any acts of violence. Texas law continuously supports this. Disorderly conduct and breach of peace both mean that you have to actually incite or threaten violence for it to be speech that would not be protected. So as we reflect on the importance of the First Amendment, let us remember this. Its true strength lies in protecting words that make us uncomfortable, not just the ones we agree with. When the government begins to draw lines around language, even the smallest restrictions can set a dangerous precedent. After all, if we can be told if we can't be told we can't say one word today, no matter how sharp, coarse, or even something like fuck, what else might be off limits tomorrow? That's why we must protect freedom of speech fully, freely, and yes, even unapologetically, whatever that word may be.
Thank you, Erin.
Okay, here's what's really remarkable about Erin. I'm just going to say Erin because I don't want to keep attempting to say her name. And I'm a hillbilly from Appalachia, and I'm going to say it different ways every time, and I'm going to embarrass myself. So I'm not going to do it. But this is what's remarkable about Erin. When I first heard her speak, I thought, because of the echo in the room, you really couldn't hear very well what she was saying. But I thought, oh, I get it. This lady works as a district attorney for the state of Texas, or maybe the attorney general for the state of Texas, and she lives in Rains County. And so she's there speaking as a citizen. But upon further research, this is Erin. Let me show you her LinkedIn page. This lovely soul is not a resident of Rains County who works somewhere else. She may live in Rains County. I don't know. She is the assistant county attorney for this county where this is going on. And I'm going to tell you guys, it takes an amount of character that we do not see out of everyday Joe citizen, or certainly not publicly funded county officials, and backbone, and quite frankly, just balls to go to the county where you work, where the free speech hating public is mad over a guy standing outside with cuss words on his sign, and stand in front of the commissioner's court where a bunch of other people agree that he should not be able to speak his mind and exercise his First Amendment, and stand there and take the freaking arrows and say what this lady said. The amount of character that it takes to understand what the backlash is going to be for doing that from the public in the county where you work, where you have to see these people every day, is absolutely, she deserves your praise. So for every video that I put out where you guys pick up the phone, you call these places, you call the police department, you send your emails, you air your grievances, and you do everything you possibly can to bring about accountability, I believe that when you see people like Erin do what we just watched her do, you owe the same amount of energy and the same amount of duty to calling and praising her to her boss and making sure that you give as much good attention as you do bad attention. And we don't get an opportunity very often to see this kind of thing. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to write her personally. It is incumbent upon us as citizens not to just bitch about things that go wrong, but to say, hey, look, that's a place that got it right. And that's a county official that was standing there willing to risk it all to do the right thing and actually uphold and honor her oath to the Constitution, and to remind all of these people that she works with every day that they also took oaths, and anybody who thinks otherwise is out of line. So hats off, kudos to Erin. Just, you're a rock star. And thank you. Thank you so much for defending the Constitution of the United States, because very few people are willing to do it. Now, we're past that. Let's talk about Otto and watch his hilarious follow-up to Erin's speech. Let's check it out.
And then we have Otto.
Oh, yeah, it's
The
me.
Watchdog.
Oh, hi. Oh, shit. I'll pick it up in a minute. Hi. Hi, I'm Otto. I was outside here not too long ago. I think I've probably met some of you. So that lady just actually said she stole my speech, I think, and said everything I was going to say. I do have a proposal for some future agenda items. I propose that we have an order prohibiting judges from threatening people. That's just basically any people. Possibly an order prohibiting judges from allowing their alcoholic friends to keep driving after they've been arrested for a DUI. Also, judges from urinating on themselves. They probably shouldn't be doing that. Also, an order prohibiting inmates from searching a judge's office when they're away on vacation. I think that would probably be a good idea also. And judges from engaging in cocaine and alcohol-fueled orgies, well, at least in this county. If they want to do that, you guys should go to like Rockville or Tawakoni. Anyway, that was it, because she stole my speech. Thanks.
Okay, that takes us to the agenda.
Otto gets the smiles. He gets the laughs. Believe me, guys, they hate him with every fiber of their being, but they know that there's nothing they can do about it. And here's how we know they know, because this is the announcement that the head of the commissioner's court made.
If it please the court, we'll go ahead and go to the monkey in the room, item J, discussing take action regarding implementing an order to prohibit obscene language, signs, and gestures on Rains County owned property. We were asked to put that on the agenda, and we had so many calls that wanted us to do something. And I thought we needed to put it on there just to let everybody know he has the absolute right to do whatever he wants to do, except for threaten to kill us or something. He had the right to do all that, and we can't prohibit it because it's a law. And we get more calls daily when he's here, and I get phone calls on my cell phone, and just wanted to tell the public he's not doing anything he's not allowed to do by law, and we wanted to explain that on Facebook. And the leader has it on Facebook, so there's nothing we can do. He has the right to do it, so we wanted to get that clear. Thank you.
Oh, so there you have it. They basically said, look, we put this on the agenda because you pretty much demanded that we do it. We did it. I mean, I'd like to give Rains County credit. It seems like they might be willing to do the right thing. It seems like, they did actually prosecute this judge. So Erin's boss, that would be the county attorney, did actually prosecute this guy. And this commissioner's court is doing the right thing and telling the public, hey, there's only so much we can do, and the thing that you want us to do is not a thing that we can do. So we're not going to do it. So please stop calling us and demanding that we do it, because we're not going to be able to do it. And that's the right thing to do. It's very rare that you see this from any public official. So look, I think kudos all the way around here. The cops handled Otto very well. Yes, they said stupidity, but they backed down. They didn't escalate. They didn't let their egos get inflamed. Man, he's doing a public service. He really is. Now, no major legal analysis here. There was a bunch of stuff about guns. There are plenty of other YouTubers who are going to get on there and talk about public meetings and carrying guns in Texas. I'm a 2A guy. I love to carry my own gun. I love my guns, but it's not my area of expertise. I'm not going to put a lot of effort into breaking down the constitutionality of whatever Otto was going back and forth with the sheriff about. But the real reason that I wanted to show this video is just, hey, I want millions of people to see it. They're not going to get 1 million views on my channel, but they might get a couple 100,000, and maybe they get a couple 100,000 somewhere else. And if all of that ends up being a vehicle or a mechanism for Otto to be able to continue to do his work and his subscriber count to go up, and for more towns and counties like Rains County, Texas to take notice that, hey, the world's changing, guys. You're not going to be able to exist under the cloak of anonymity anymore. We're going to put you on the freaking internet and make you act right, or we're going to get you out of here. In closing, I just want to say, be careful about the way that you conduct yourself when it comes to public protest and that kind of thing. There are people like Otto in the world who can get by with that. But if you think about it, you've got a buddy that you used to hang out at bars with who was able to say sideways shit to people that if you said, you would get punched in the eye. That's Otto. Okay? Otto has humor. He's hilarious. He's charming. He has charisma. He's going to be able to get by with stuff that because of most of our personalities, we're not going to be able to get by with. And I don't want you to go out and grab Otto's playbook and try to mimic him unless you have a similar personality, because it may not work and it might get you in a situation that you can't charm your way out of. So certain people have a communication skill, a personality trait, an ability to connect with people and make them laugh and make them feel emotions that other people don't. And if other people try to do it, it goes the wrong way. There's only certain people that can do that. He's not like anybody else. It's just a gift. It really is. And I'm so glad that he's decided to use it for what he's using it for. But the main thing was, I just wanted to highlight this and show it to you guys and let more and more and more people and use my platform to try to bring as much attention to this as humanly possible. So thank you guys for watching. That's all I have for this video. Somebody will say something in the comments that will jar some issue in my mind that I didn't consider. I'll probably end up writing a companion blog over on Substack. That's where I kind of take what's said in the comments or maybe things I didn't think about at the time that I made the video and try to basically do a deep dive on some of the issues that didn't make it into the final cut of the video. I write that blog and I put it on Substack for free. Please come over and join the Substack. It's absolutely free to join. You can join on a paid tier if you'd like to, but you don't have to. It's only for people who want to support the channel monetarily. If you don't want to go to Substack, but you'd like to support the channel monetarily, I'll put my Venmo and PayPal links both here on the screen as well as in the description. Please remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment on the video. Check out some of the other videos on the channel and leave a comment on there as well. Until I see you again, take care. Always film your interactions with the police and keep your evidence to yourself.